There are painters who show us what is. Cael painted what might be. High in the fog-draped hills of a quiet mountain village, there lived a man named Cael. He was a painter of strange, silent scenes. He did not speak, he rarely smiled, but each night, as the village slept beneath its blanket of stars, Cael would paint. His home was small and crooked, built of stone and shadow. If you dared look in, you would see a canvas under his brush, alive with color. But these were not ordinary landscapes. No forests of pine or portraits of passers-by. Cael painted cities that floated in the sky, roads that curled into the stars, and though he never showed his work, rumors spread. One day, a traveler passed through the village. He asked for shelter and was directed to Cael's place. When he stepped inside, his breath caught. On the far wall hung a painting. It showed a cliffside garden lit by moons not our own. The traveler whispered, "I dreamed of this when I was a boy." Cael said nothing. He simply nodded. Word spread, more came. A woman from the city gasped at a painting of a long bridge over silver water. "My grandmother used to tell me stories about this place," she said, "but it was just a myth." Still, Cael said nothing. He let his brush speak. Then came Mira. She was 8 years old and had not spoken a word since her mother vanished 2 winters ago. She came with her aunt, who hoped the mountain air might help the child recover. Mira was quiet, but her eyes were wide. When she wandered into Cael's studio, she stopped before a canvas. She stared. It was a painting of a violet field. The sky above it was pale green. At the edge of the field stood a woman in a yellow shawl, arms outstretched, waiting. Mira stepped closer. "She used to tell me about this place," Mira whispered, before she was gone. Cael turned to look at her. Slowly he smiled. That night, he painted no more. The villagers noticed his windows were dark. Days passed. Some knocked on his door, but there was no reply. Then one morning, Mira returned. The door opened for her. Inside, everything was just as he had left it, except for one final painting, covered with a cloth. She pulled the cloth away. It was her. Mira, older, standing in a place she had never seen. A tower in the distance, trees shaped like hands, a sky with 3 suns. And though she didn't understand what it meant, she smiled. Because she knew. Cael hadn't vanished. He had simply gone ahead. Some say his paintings now live in dreams. That if you fall asleep with a quiet heart, you might wake to find a door where none had been. A door perhaps that leads to a field of violet, where someone you loved is still waiting.